Tom Holland captivates audiences with his on-screen superpowers as Spider-Man, but his off-screen talents are just as remarkable. He has a special talent for predicting his own future. Stick to the end of this video to see every single time Tom Holland predicted his future. During an interview in 2013, he was asked about his dream superhero role. While his response may not have been shocking at the time, revisiting his words today makes you wonder if Tom had been manifesting this role for a while, or if his answer was spontaneous.
What kind of superhero would I want to play? Maybe Spider-Man in like 10 years' time.
It's crazy how accurate his prediction was, because 2 years later, he was announced to be the new Spider-Man, making his debut in Captain America Civil War. But that's not all. After an interview where he said, his next role was as a bank robber in a movie called Cherry. It's crazy how this ongoing joke Tom had with his cast members turned into his future role, which was completely different from the typical roles he's played. Tom's very first audition was for a school play of Romeo and Juliet.
First thing in my life that I auditioned for would have been the school play. It was Romeo and Juliet. I auditioned for every role, including Juliet, and I didn't get a single part.
Even though he was determined to get any role in that play, he was unfortunately unsuccessful. However, almost 2 decades later, he landed the role of Romeo in a Romeo and Juliet production scheduled to run in London's West End in 2024. Tom's love for video games gave him the ability to manifest his next movie role. In a 2017 Q&A, Tom was asked what his favorite video game was.
My favorite video game is this little game called Uncharted.
And 3 years later, he was announced to play the role of a young Nathan Drake in the movie adaptation. It gets even crazier. When Tom was asked which actor he would want to work with in the future, here's what he said.
Let's figure out what villain first. Let's go Mysterio. If you could be in a movie with any 3 actors, alive or dead, who would you pick? Jake Gyllenhaal.
A few years later, Jake Gyllenhaal was announced to play Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home, where the two developed an inseparable bromance off-screen. That's not all. Tom was able to predict the events of Spider-Man No Way Home years before the movie was announced. Here's what he said in an interview.
But maybe the Green Goblin can show up at some point.
Where the Green Goblin actually ends up being the main villain in No Way Home. He also said that his favorite Spider-Man villain was Doc Ock.
My favorite Spider-Man villain will have to be Doc Ock.
And a few years later, Tom was able to share the screen with one of his childhood icons, Alfred Molina. But the craziest prediction for No Way Home was in an interview in 2019, where Tom said that it would be really cool if there was a universe where Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Man could all meet.
Any chance there's a multiverse in which Andrew Garfield's all meet together?
I mean, as a fan, I would.
And what's so cool about that, you've never seen Spider-Man in Europe before. No, of course I'd love to make a movie with those characters.
Which ends up becoming true. Last but not least was an interview in 2017 where Tom was asked who his celebrity crush was, and his immediate response was Zendaya.
Who was your first ever celebrity crush?
Zendaya.
There were brief moments after this interview where the two were dating other people and the timing just wasn't right. But fast forward to 2021, the world witnessed an iconic moment when a photograph surfaced of the pair sharing a kiss in Tom's car. Since then, they've frequently been seen together at various events and outings as a couple.
Does Tom Holland have a sixth sense about his future? Or is he just exceptionally good at setting goals and chasing them down with laser focus? Let us know in comment section below.